Thank you for joining me at this morning's practicing live. It's Sunday morning, the 12th of January, so I am 8 days out from my performance. I will be doing a live stream dress rehearsal on YouTube and Instagram on Saturday, January 18th at 7 p.m. So I hope you can join me. It's works by Fanny Mendelssohn Hensel, Clara Schumann, and Chopin. It's about, I think, 50 minutes of music, and I will restrain myself from talking too much about the composers, which is something I love to do. Okay, so let's get into it. I did quite a lot of practicing yesterday. It's Saturday, so that's a day I have more free time. And this is my list for what I want to accomplish today. I've got my list here in my practice journal, which is just, a regular old notebook. And this is my list from yesterday. See, it's got a lot of good checks. It's got stuff crossed off. And there's another page, too, of stuff that I did. So I'm really liking having this paper to track things. I do my daily tasks like that, like things I need to do for my in-person piano students and things like that, and, taking care of the house or whatever. But, I keep a pencil and paper list, so I think the actual physical writing helps me clarify my mind. And then I really like crossing things off and checking things off. And it was really fun to see that. I saw it somewhere, on the internet, that other people really like that too. Because you get that feeling that you accomplished something. And I think that's really what I felt about yesterday's practicing, was that I had, I'd accomplished something, as opposed to thinking about, well, I'm still making mistakes here, and this piece isn't where I want it to be. Instead, I'm thinking, okay, I did everything I was planning to do. Time to relax. And I felt a real sense of, I'm saying it for the third time, accomplishment, and not the kinds of things I felt in the past, like anxiety, mostly anxiety, I guess I would say. Okay, so I got a long list of stuff here for today. Probably won't do it all on the live. Yesterday, I did an approach where I tried to play a bunch of passages through 5 times. I'm trying to think if I want to do that. I think I will do that. And I'm gonna star the ones that I'm gonna try to do. That one's in pretty good shape. And then this leap. Okay, yeah, so it's certainly not everything on the, oh yeah, that's a good one to do. It's not everything on the program. It's more the things that are short and that I feel like I've got them technically so that I know how to do them, but I'm not successful in doing them every single time, because I have to think something specific, or I have to remember to do something specific to have it come out successfully. So when I'm doing these 5 repetitions, what I'm really rehearsing is my mental script. And Noah Kageyama told us about a gymnast, an Olympic gymnast, or maybe it's all Olympic gymnasts, I don't know, that they work out a mental script about what they're going to focus on when they're doing their floor routine or their vault or whatever. And then they practice, doing their skill and maintaining their focus on this particular mental script. Because if you let your mind wander, or let me say, if you let your mind be free and do whatever it wants to do while you're playing, it tends to wander off into thoughts that are not helpful, that are kind of negative, and like, I hope I don't mess up. Ooh, that wasn't so great, and then it's downward spiral. So anyway, my 5 excerpts. All right. I'm going back to my list of tough spots that I created inside the 4-score program. And here's variation 7. I was doing this yesterday. I'm just going to do the leap. There's this one leap. That's a problem. Okay. This is Clara Schumann, Opus 20. Try it again. I don't know this. Okay. Stay over there. That was wrong. We're getting there. Okay, script is stay over here till I do the leap. Then I got to go this way so I can manage this other leap. And then here is both hands with right hand. Okay. Okay, I remember the script. A little bit yucky at the end with the arpeggio, but I'm moving on. That gets the check. Took me 3 tries, but I still got a check. All right, we're going to have 2 of these. We're going to say high and low. So this is a passage I was working on yesterday from the Scherzo. I don't remember the opus. It's the 4th Chopin Scherzo in E major. I'm going to wave at a couple people. Probably that's Kurt and Jared. I'm just guessing from your handles. Hopefully I've got that right. Anyway, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Me. I don't have my K here today, just me. Okay. All right. Good. It's way under tempo, but I have to go to speed where I can keep my brain ahead of my fingers. And hopefully my brain will speed up. That's the point. All right. That was fine. Okay. This is it's just like 3 measures from the Impromptu Opus 29, number 1 by Chopin. Okay. I'm going to go a little slow. Yay, I didn't mess it up on the first try. That was good. That's exciting. I was practicing a lot yesterday, like what to think. And it's interesting, most, not all, but a lot of these passages that are a constant problem for me, it's usually, it's about getting the body moved to where it needs to be for the passage, and then keeping my arms and shoulders how in the kind of muscular state they need to be when I move the torso. So I was thinking before I started, I learned this a long time ago, 25, 30 years ago. It's often the case, I see this in my teaching a lot too. It's often the case that right now, wherever you are as a piano player, you have sort of one main problem. And that one main problem might be showing up all over the place in all your pieces. So, examples from my teaching, not using the same, not deciding on a fingering, um, not wanting to play the third finger inside the black keys, and so then there's all kinds of weird fingerings that are happening that, the person's playing with the third finger pulled back, which creates all kinds of tension. Um, in my own playing, I had a lot of years where the problem was always the thumb. It was either, and sometimes you won't notice right away because the problem happens on the notes right after what your main problem is. So you have your main problem and it messes you up, and then you screw up on the next thing. So that was the case for me in the thumb. It took a long time before I noticed that it was always the thumb. Um, so that's always great. And then the other thing about having one main problem is when you solve one of them, then you move on, and then now you have a new main problem. It's like you're working down the layers. You keep finding, a new problem. But it does, in fact, mean you're getting better because your problems will get more subtle, and you'll be able to play better, harder music, sound better. You still gonna have problems. That's the nature of playing the piano. I think it's the nature of life. You still have things that are challenging, but you'll be able to do more what you want to do as you're solving all these problems. Oh boy, a whole bunch of people here. So I'm going to just wave. Hey, Paul. And there's somebody. Anyway, so enough talking. I do like to talk. So I'm going to try another one. Where is it? Fast runs. That's not what I want. I want this. Okay. Oh, and I have my page turner today. Yesterday I didn't have my page turner because this particular hard passage comes right after a page turn, which makes it harder. Okay. All right. Well, that was far from perfect, but it was adequate, and that's my criteria for giving myself a check. And what was adequate about it was that I kept going, and I didn't miss any of these huge leaps. Um, so, like the basic melody was pretty clear. It got kind of scrambly when I got into this part, but that's okay. I'll keep working on it. All right, this is it's another section in the scherzo that repeats a bunch of times, and it's one way one time, and then it's a different way the other two times. So I'm going to do the version that's more difficult for me and under tempo. No massive screw ups. Not great, but that's okay. Oh, I went down all my check marks. Okay, I'm going to try a different order. This is back to the impromptu. missed the right hand jumps. The left hand had a little wrong note, and I think it was too loud. But the part I really usually screw up was fine, so that's good. Okay, let's do the dominant part. Okay. I'm just mentally, I'm not thinking the thoughts. Like sometimes I have like a thought that has words in it, like, like lean left or thumbs together or something like that. And sometimes I have more of a physical sensation that I'm remembering. And in this case, I was actually kind of pre-hearing, not all the notes, but kind of the main notes. I was just sort of running them through my mind, how they sound. Good. That was that one. Okay, let's do the other one. Not great, but adequate. All right. Let's do the leap. Oh, no, wrong thing. I clicked. Okay. Okay. So I have to stay over here and then go over there. Okay. I was thinking the right thoughts and then I forgot what the notes were. So my rule is if it's not adequate like that, like I totally blanked out, I erase the check. So this one still, this particular passage is not that strong. And here, hey Ron, welcome. Okay, so that was a no-go. All right, let's do, okay, we'll do that. So what I'm doing is I've picked the spots that are where I feel like technically I know how to do it, but I don't do it right every time because it's not automatic. And so I'm practicing them. I'm practicing what is it that I need to think so that the passage comes off smoothly. And I'm jumping from hard spot to hard spot. And every time I get it adequate for a performance, I give myself a check. And the goal is to get 5 checks in a row. So I have 2 passages with 2 checks, 3 passages with 3 checks, 2 passages with 1 check, and 1 passage with a 0. Okay, chords. This is Clara Schumann, Variations Opus 20. And it's variation number 2. Musically than the last time, so that's nice. I think that might be more the actual tempo that I want to do it in. Okay, back to this part in the scherzo. This is it's kind of a big explosion that happens right before the. And some of my friends from high school came to the last recital that I did, and I don't think they've heard me play since I was in high school. And I asked them all what was their favorite piece, and one of them said the scherzo was her favorite, and she referred to it as that psychotic piece because it has so many gigantic kind of explosions and big changes in mood. That cracked me up. So I'm always thinking about that, especially this part is like that. Okay, memory's all right. Technically not fantastic, but okay. Next time I'm gonna do it slower. All right, back to the leap. Taking the time here. Okay. The leap was okay. The rest of it. All right. Let's do the chords. You're supposed to kind of mix it up, not do everything in the same order. Like don't go through your list in the same order. Because again, that it's just trying to make your brain work harder so that it's kind of doesn't know what's coming next. And it's more realistic because when you're in a concert, all kinds of things that happen that you're not expecting. It's different piano, obviously. There's a long list of things that could happen in concerts, but and there's some funny YouTube videos too about it. But anyway, you want to be ready and prepared for things that feel different or unexpected. Okay. Okay, I didn't miss the leaps. I give that as C plus in terms of musicality, but where's my thing? Chords. Okay. All right. Let's do the scherzo thing again. All right. Oh, by the way, speaking of unexpected things that happen, yeah, I turned the page and the page didn't turn, so I had to tromp on the page turner 3 times during that last run through. So that's an example. That does happen quite a lot. Mess ups with the page turner. Okay. false start. And then I got mixed up on the memory at the end. So. Okay, that gets a check. All right. Oh, I think I did do that again. Okay. Okay, the impromptu. The part that was hard was good, and then I kept going, and I had a little got kind of discombobulated at the right before I stopped. Okay, that's more just like a point of information. I just need to. I have a whole nother kind of practicing. I haven't done too much on these lives, which is sometimes I play the whole piece through, record it, and then listen to it and take notes, and then work on the trouble spots. And sometimes I play, I'll play some of it at tempo and then just be listening. And then if I hear something I don't like, I'll stop and kind of work on that one spot. And then I keep going, which probably is, I think that's not a very good way to practice. Of course, I like it. It's fun, probably because it's easy. I don't think it's that effective, though. Okay, let me do the leap again. So that time the run, all that run stuff at the end, that was much better. I'm still not completely accurate on one leap in the left hand, but it's not very obvious. So I am not going to really put that top of my list to worry about. I got a lot of other stuff to worry about. Okay. Back to the Chopin. This is the one where I just screwed up and lost all the checks the last time. Okay, no memory problems. One split note, because some last minute kind of panicking about this, but I kept going. All right, let's go over. Where the hands line up. Okay. Okay. Build up to the middle. that's nice. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to do one more of these. I'm getting kind of tired of it. You probably are too. And then I'm going to do some other types of practicing. So this one, the one that I lost the checks on. Okay, how's my time? All right. Chord showers, octave variation, union shows up the return. Scherzo scale. I'll do a little bit of that. That might be interesting for people. So this is the very end of the Chopin Scherzo, and wow, looks like my Instagram one ended. That happens on Instagram. Doesn't happen on YouTube though. I am back on Instagram with my live. I lost all my audience probably, but that's life. And so I'm going to be starting here a new kind of practicing, which is where I'm going at a speed where I can keep track of what I'm experiencing. I think the fancy word is somatically. So that means kind of like what your sense, your felt sense inside your body. And what I'm working on is how to shift my torso to where it needs to be to play the notes that I need to play. And this particular passage at the end of the scherzo, it starts here, it goes here, and then it ends here. And that's a lot of moving around. So the moving around is fast, and the notes are fast too. And if I don't do the moving around right, I can't play the notes. All right, so I'm starting over. I'm starting at the top. Okay, so I was going at a speed where I could keep track of where exactly is this part of me, because that's what's supporting the shoulders. Okay. I kind of lost it in the middle there. Okay, once I get to here, about here, I'm good. I get speed up. Okay. Okay. So this is another kind of practicing that I do quite a lot of, or have done a lot of in the last, I don't know, maybe a month, is clicking up with the metronome. And I do a variant of it I've done on previous lives called interleaved clicking up. So I will, I'm not doing that right now, but I have done a lot of that. Okay. So the goal tempo for this is 100. This is half of the gold tempo. I'm increasing by fives. Okay, 70. Okay, 90. I think I was with it, not sure. Good. I'm a little behind. I couldn't play this passage at all about a month ago, and so I was mostly just kind of playing the melody notes loud and keeping the pedal on. So right now I'm trying to not do that anymore and to really listen to the yet every single little teeny kind, of those little softer clicks, and make sure that I'm lining up those with the with the little clicks on there. No, at this faster tempo, I don't think I can totally do that, but it's worth a try, right? I don't think I played them all. Okay, that's pretty fast. I am thrilled that I can play at that speed. My gosh. Wow. Instagram is dying today. It's cut off like 8 times. Okay, so that was that. I did that. I think I'm going to do this thing again. No, yeah, this is what I want to do. Okay, good. Let's do it again. truth. Yeah. I'm going to do more parts of the scherzo, longer parts of the scherzo to just put everything back into context. Oops, I'm not in the right thing. Oh, no, I can't do it in there anyway. Trying to think if I want to do it with the metronome. I think I will. I think it's kind of interesting. I played this piece without checking it with the metronome for a very long time, and some parts are like really fast, too fast, and some parts are too slow, and I didn't know it. I didn't know that I wasn't with the metronome. That's different than I'd like to play this part slower, more slowly. So that's the point for me of playing this piece with the metronome. I want to know where I'm with the pulse and where I'm not. There's few places it doesn't really fit with the pulse because there's, like a grace note that's nice to stretch out, and it's nice to have some tempo, breathing at the end of phrases and stuff like that. So this is not the final product, but it's just a phase. So this is 90. I think my goal tempo, I don't know if I can stand all those triplets. I'm going to turn them off. My goal tempo is 100. Seems very slow. Okay, that seems pretty slow. Let me see what that's like at 100. I think the one part that'll be hard at 100 is that thing. Let's see. That was wrong. This music comes 3 times, and that was the variant. That's one of the purposes of doing this, is to remember all the different variants and where they belong. as something to really, take out and work on separately. Okay. Okay. That's a place I'm gonna probably slow down a little bit. It's the end of the phrase, and it's also really hard. And I'm getting screwing that up. So okay, that happened last night too. So it's the E flat major, and okay. I don't know if I can start here. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. It's right at the kind of the top where it turns around. Right. How's my time? Okay, we're getting towards the end. Well, I hope that was enjoyable hearing, more than just like a measure or two played over and over. I am going to now play a couple nocturnes. My program has a lot of nocturnes and um, the Scherzo and then variations, the Clara Schumann variations, Opus 20. Okay, I'm going to turn on Instagram again. What the heck? Maybe it'll actually work. My set list. All right. No, that is not the right thing. Where is it? Here. Okay. So this is the Nocturne in G minor by Fanny Mendelssohn Hensel. Sure the page turner works? Yes, okay. now I'm going to play the Chopin Nocturne, Opus 15, number 2. Testing my page turner. Okay. And now the Chopin Impromptu, Opus 29, number 1. Thank you for joining me. I hope you might be able to come to the full performance on Saturday, January 18th at 7 p.m. We'll start with 2 works by Fanny Mendelssohn Hensel, and then 3 pieces by Clara Schumann, and the remainder by Chopin, a couple nocturnes, the impromptu, and the Scherzo number 4. Anyway, I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching this far. I appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye.